As in the previous sanghas and as well as in this sangha, we saw that the two important things we have to take care is to uh, rehydrate the system so that the water content is balanced. The drying effect of summer is been taken care of, and the heating is been taken care of by some cooling foods and something which we can apply externally. Now, what are the common ailments? What this drying and heating can cause, and how we can take care of that in a very simple ways, and how we can use the things which are available at home, available in the kitchen, in our garden. So that is something which I want to share with you guys. That will be something a kind of first line of approach towards such things or such seasonal impacts on your body. So let's start with one by one. I will start from the head region because that is something which is very hot summer. So the first thing which many of us may come across is the condition of headaches when you go into more sun or you are exposed to more heat. So headaches is something very common, and even sometimes it may lead to sunstroke. If you are more in hot sun, then it can lead to a sunstroke where actually there can be some excess pitta affecting your brain or supply to your brain region, and it can lead to fainting or a sunstroke. So there the basic approach is to apply something cooling. Let something cooling reach our brain or Shira region. So what can be done? The first thing mentioned in Ayurveda is to apply or induce some cooling remedy through nose. Nose is said to be the gateway of brain. Okay, what Ayurveda says is it is a gateway to all ailments related to brain, or even whenever you want some cooling to your brain, the best access is your nose. So a few drops of cold milk, 3 to 5 drops of cold milk in each nostrils would work wonders. That will be very good to cool the system and to help the brain come down, reduce the pitta afflicting the head region. The same with cow's ghee. 2 to 3 drops of cow's ghee in each nostrils in lying position. The person is made to lie. 2 to 3 drops of ghee would be something very good. And as you might be knowing that ghee or clarified butter is said to be the best medicine for which dosha? Pitta. Okay? It is the best medicine for pitta. It's the ideal medicine for pitta. So if few drops of ghee is applied in the form of nose drops, it will help a lot. What we can do externally is a pulp or paste of rose petal on the forehead would help a lot. A paste of sandalwood, if possible, would be best thing. Sandalwood mixed with rose water and a paste applied on the forehead would be very cooling, very good in both of this condition. And there is one more remedy which is more into a panchakarma kind of treatment, where you apply oil on this region, on your head over here. So for that, coconut oil would be best because it's cooling, and even it is applied in another way. You soak a small piece of cotton in coconut oil, and then you place that cotton over here and keep it for 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, and let the oil get absorbed in the scalp region and let the cooling effect go inside. So this is one way of applying oil other than the head massage. It's just keeping the oil in contact with the scalp for a long period. So this is one thing which can be very helpful. Next is the burning of eyes. Generally, it's not only because of heat. Other ways, like if you work on computer also, you can have that kind of burning sensation in your eyes. So what is the best thing we can do is again soak a cotton pad in rose water, keep it on your eyes. That is the best thing. Or you can make a decoction of Triphala and licorice. Everybody knows licorice. So you can make a decoction of it, keep it for some time so that the whatever is the residue, it settles down, and take only the water which is on the top. And soak again some cotton pieces into that water and keep it on your eyes. And keep it for 5-10 minutes. It will be very good medicine for burning of eyes, because Triphala itself and licorice itself is the best medicine for eyes. And both are very good for pitta, heating of eyes. So that is one thing can be done. Another thing is, if you can take an aloe vera leaf, slice it, and just keep the pulp part on your eyes. Lie down for 5 to 7 minutes. Very cooling, and it will be a very good remedy for cooling of your eyes. So you can see the most common approach we do is cooling and something which is something which is watery and sweet in taste. Now in case of skin rashes, if there are some blisters or skin rashes because of sun, the best thing is everyday massage with coconut oil. Coconut oil is very cooling. Unless and until there is some advanced eczema conditions or other skin conditions, then the oil may not be used. But if there is simply an sensitive skin to sun, then only massage with coconut oil is very good. You can apply paste of sandalwood again in rose water in these conditions. Aloe vera itself is very good for skin tanning and skin rashes. So pulp of aloe vera can be massaged literally on the body parts which are more exposed to skin or which are more sensitive and which are reacting to sun more. And other forms are like even cucumber juice, potato juice. Yeah, these two things are very good for dry skin and tanning of skin, because they both are very nourishing, they are juicy, they are sweet in taste. So they give a kind of best nourishment to the skin.
Did you say potato juice?
Yeah, potato juice and cucumber juice. And even okra. Okra can be applied externally if the skin is dry. And it is again very good for internal use as well. I mean, very cooling, and is one of the best vegetables we can use for summer.
What do you mean by good for suntan?
Tanning of skin where it becomes more pigmented because of...
So this helps it so it doesn't become big?
It protects.
Protects. Yeah. I mean, it is not something for tanning the skin. It is to prevent the tanning of skin. Yeah. I mean, generally back home we never think of anybody asking me how can we tan. I don't have remedies for that.
Did you see sandalwood rose water paste, or
Yeah.
are they separate?
Sandalwood powder in rose water paste.
Potato juice and okra in what form?
It can be juice and massaged or applied. Just keep it for a few minutes and then it can be washed once it gets.
Okra, you slice the okra in half maybe?
You can literally use the juice. I mean, you can blend in a blender. You can take the juice and just apply it. Like you wash it and just let it stay on your skin. It's very good. Sometimes another skin condition would be cracking. Because of dryness, there is cracking. There also, these three things help a lot. Okra, potato juice, aloe vera, and even you can wash it with coconut water. I mean, if you're using oil, no need of coconut water. But that is, coconut is best in both forms, water as well as oil. Another commonest condition is burning urination. I mean, if the water intake is not been taken care of properly, then there may be burning urination. So there the best simple remedy is to have a decoction of coriander seeds. You can have a decoction of licorice as well. Okay? Or another good remedy is to add licorice, half teaspoon, to milk and have this milk twice a day or 2 times a day. That's a good remedy to reduce the heat, effect and burning urination. Coriander is said to be the best medicine for this condition. Other conditions includes even the care for your, as I said, skin. The same can be important in case of your hairs. I mean, you can apply coconut oil particularly in this climate for your head massage as well. These are the few conditions which mostly we come across in summer season. And there are other conditions like acidity, or you can feel not proper digestion. The bowels may not be clear. Because when we say there is dryness, it also affects the water contained in the large intestine, the colons. So sometimes some people feel constipated during this period. And it is mentioned in Ayurveda that this is a period where the chances of constipation is more because of the dryness. So that can be dealt very nicely with 10-15 black raisins every day, mostly at night. It is a very good form of lubricating. It's sweet, it's oil, it has some soft greasiness in it. So black raisins 10 to 15 at night would be very good for constipation in this climate. Also you can take this with milk. A combination of milk and black raisins is a very good cleaning. It's very good to clear your bowels. Similarly, we can use Triphala as well. Triphala is a combination of 3 herbs, which is very popular in Ayurveda. Many of you may be knowing it.
When you say raisins and milk, do you mean boiling the raisins in the milk?
It can be soaked for some time, or you can just have it and instead of water you can drink milk. So both ways you can have.
Okay.
But no need of preparing a decoction of it or boiling it for more time.
The 3 herbs of Triphala are?
Indian gooseberry, which is amalaki or avla. Indian gooseberry, it is fruit. And second one is haritaki. Okay, it is again a fruit. And third one is baby taki, or it is also called beheda. Okay. I mean, these are very balancing herbs. So they are, and it's a very good to clean the system and detox the system.
Can you use fennel instead of licorice?
But
Can you use fennel instead of licorice? Or is it just different properties?
fennel seeds and licorice,
Can you interchange them or no?
in which particular condition?
In-
Any condition. I would suggest that fennel seed can be used in conditions where you want to also take care of your digestion.
Mhm.
But licorice is more for cooling, more for the heating this thing. Like acidity or burning of urine.
For your
Licorice.
Oh, okay.
I think these are the most common conditions where we can use certain simple things. Apart from this, are there any questions where we can go with the flow of questions?
Should we use air conditioner or not?
It is.
Not over dependence.
See, basically it's the amount of time you spend in it and the quality of cooling you are going into. It is a natural phenomena in summer, but it is not necessary that you should switch off and start sweating and be discomfort in your mouth. So you can use it, but it should not be very very cooling.
What about cold water bath versus hot?
All the season throughout, Ayurveda has recommended that it should be lukewarm. It should be lukewarm, and particularly only the head region should be more cooler. It should not be very hot. So this it can be slight temperature can be reduced, but you cannot go for a cold this thing, because as we saw that there is some kind of vata dryness aggravation, and if you are taking again cold water bath every day, it will be more drying internally because it will be more cooling. So ultimately it has to be a good balance of.
You were talking about acidity. Could you recommend some? Could you recommend some things for acidity?
For acidity, licorice is the best choice of with milk. Again, you can use internally rose petal jam is something very popular in India. It is made in sugar syrup, so that thing is very good. If you can use it 1 spoon twice a day, it takes care of acidity problem, particularly in this climate. And also there is one kind of only the avla or the gooseberry, Indian gooseberry, it itself is a very good medicine for acidity. Okay.
What would you say are some recommended breakfast dishes for this season?
Only for the breakfast, what would be the best choice?
Yeah.
Definitely not eggs. Okay, not something which is very hot, because egg itself is very nourishing, no doubt, but it is slightly hot in nature. So I would recommend that if somebody is very much in need of some proteins, he can choose it once or twice a week, but not daily. And something cooling but nourishing as well, like cornflakes.
Cream of wheat.
Cream of wheat would be very good, or even cornflakes would be a good thing, or sweet corn would be a good thing. And milk, any form of milk, particularly in morning, with some raisins or dates. Dates would be the best.
So the milk would be like room temperature. It need to be warm or hot.
It is boiled and then brought to the room temperature. It should not necessarily should be warm in this climate, but it should be boiled and used. Yeah.
How do you measure how much water you should be drinking?
That is it cannot be standardized.
Right.
You should be conscious about what your body is asking for. So there should be a subtle consciousness of your this thing, and the simplest way is to note the dryness in your palate and your oral cavity. So just drinking excess water, of course, compared to all other seasons, this season needs more water, no doubt about it. But it doesn't mean 4 liters or 5 liters. Okay, just see what your body is demanding, and the best options are there. Instead of plain water, you can go for something like what we will see, a smoothie prepared of khajur or dates. That would be the best option, because that will give the quantity of cooling will be twice the quantity of water. You got it?
They will hit the root cause.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that?
The things we will ask you to drink will hit the root cause of it. So, but we don't drink according to a formula. You have to drink this one.
Are there any foods that promote better sleeping at night?
Sleeping, I didn't connect it to summer this thing, but you're asking in general, or
Well, in the summertime, I have a hard time sleeping at night.
what may be the symptoms which bother you most?
Maybe the heat, restlessness.
So best would be cold, room temperature milk with rock candy, a kind of sugar, which is more cooling than the regular sugar what we use. It is very cooling, and licorice would be very good. So having that in a cold form, but not refrigerated, would give you a very good sound sleep. Because milk itself in Ayurveda is said to be something which induces sleep. And if combined with some cooling herbs like licorice, rock candy, it will again induce more cooling effect.
You can show me the sugar afterwards.
Yes.
You can comment on watermelon during the summer. You can abuse, you can eat cold or room temperature.
We are going to have a separate property discussions on various fruits, and particularly fruits which nature has given in this climate, and also the fruits which are available all over the year but may not be good for this season.
Because most of the time people they think watermelon is the best to eat during the summer
Yes.
to cool you off. You suggest that it's
Should I answer? Should I answer it now? Okay. Let me put it very frankly and clearly that because watermelon according to Ayurveda is the only fruit or the fruit which can create imbalance in all three doshas.
Not a good fruit.
Ayurveda has said, it's the only fruit which Ayurveda has said not to be very good.
Not to be what?
All other fruits have some more other good properties, but watermelon is not a very good fruit. So the important thing is quantity. How much you are having, 2 slices of it or half watermelon is a big thing you should take care of.
because it's water. Most of the people they think, oh, this is the most
Yes,
wonderful.
that is a misconception that it is water contained, rich in water, and it will replenish. But along with that water, it has certain properties which are not good for the health, and it is imbalancing to all three doshas.
Because I understand there is 4 vitamin in the watermelon. And maybe some of these properties they don't work very well in the summer.
Yeah, and there are other options, other good fruits than watermelon, and we will discuss that. We will see it close. Yeah.
So for painful or dry joints, is sesame oil recommended over coconut or?
This climate, I would suggest coconut would be the best. If some people have more pain, then you can use a combination of sesame and coconut, because sesame is more pain relieving and coconut is more cooling and nourishing. So you can use a blend of both. And if somebody wants to just use it for a regular massage, then go for coconut oil.
The last summer, something was mentioned about a remedy using hibiscus flowers.
Yes.
We will talk about it.
Yeah. Hibiscus, we are going to mention some use of it today as well.
I have a question about climates. There are microclimates in the Bay Area, and in San Francisco it tends to be very cold and with the fog and with some moisture. Would the concept of dryness still hold true in summer? Because in San Francisco it's very, very cold in the summer, sometimes more than the winter because of that fog. So that's my question in terms of...
Yes, it's a good question, and basically there's a confusion because it is more cooling and the day itself has a different parts in it. The half of the day is more hot and then it becomes more cooler.
Yeah,
But the cooling itself can create more dryness.
even with the fog, so with the moisture, okay.
So particularly,
Yeah, right,
you have to
right.
consider
In
that
San
as well.
Francisco, because of cold, is even more aggravating to Vata
Because of
than
the
early
Vata,
place.
Yeah.
That's a worse climate. No protection.
So you need more oiliness, Snigdhata.
Still need the same fruit.
So you may need to have not the same quantity of ghee what you have for the rest of the months, but at least you can have 2 spoons of ghee every day. So that will take care of the dryness in the system. Milk is again a snigdha lubricant. Yeah.
Is there something that you can do for your teeth during the season or in general?
Which particular condition of
Just
the
for
face?
general, health of your teeth.
You have to come to our dental sangha for that.
We are going
dental
to.
sangha. We have a whole sangha on teeth.
Yeah.
It's a long topic, my dears.
So what about those of us who are vegan or almost vegan and the concern about the organic and the
the way that the milk is taken, you know, the whole animal issue. I mean, it's a broad, you know, topic. But I just thought you might have some feedback about the people who sort of stay away from dairy, and because I know milk is a big part of.
Find other sources of oils, natural vegetable oil, etc. you can have.
But instead of milk, I mean, is it soy milk, rice milk, almond
See,
milk?
soya milk and rice milk is not milk.
Right, I know, I understand that.
Let's be clear on that. So that's up to you. The point is to hydrate yourself. So we could address the issue of vegan and animals.
Yeah.
But we have, the next Sangha is on milk. So you must come and then we'll talk about it. But in the meantime, Dr. Ravi, would
Almond
you
milk,
agree? Almond milk would be a great
Almond.
idea.
I mean, that would be one option.
Vegetable oils, coconut oil,
Uh-huh,
coconut milk, water.
right.
Yeah. Coconut milk would be a very good.
Very good.
The coconut.
So we'll close this section now. Thank you.
Thank you.